Have you ever heard of the phrase parental alienation? Right, it's a psychological theory where a child cuts off their relationship with one parent because the other parent manipulated them into doing so. But also, it is a largely disputed theory, and most in the psychological field do not actually see it as a diagnosable condition. But that has not stopped courts from using it against Bryn Lee and Ty Larson, siblings who are 12 and 15 years old, respectively. Siblings who are also currently barricading themselves in their bedroom in their mother's home in Utah. And this reportedly to avoid court orders to be in their father's custody. So for some background on this just insane and devastating case. According to ProPublica, the Utah's Division of Child and Family Services, they found that in 2018, both siblings had faced severe and chronic abuse at the hands of their father, Brent Joel Larson. The details of which we are not going to get into, but understand they are graphic and disturbing. On top of that, the Salt Lake County District Attorney's Office recently said there's also an ongoing criminal investigation into the father over new allegations. But their father has denied these accusations via his attorney repeatedly, instead claiming that Ty and Bryn Lee's mother, Jessica Zart, has ruined their relationship with him via parental alienation. Right, so he's saying their mother has manipulated the children into making these claims. Something the siblings say is 100% fake, but the court still recognized parental alienation as the reason behind the abuse claims, so they ordered Ty and Bryn Lee to attend reunification therapy out of state, with the judge there even saying the only way to recover the children from this psychological battlefield is to remove the children from Jessica's care and place them in the custody of Brent. And according to ProPublica, the reunification therapy center is called Turning Points for Families, with the outlet explaining that it involves taking the children to an undisclosed location for a 4-day sequestration period, and saying during the treatment the children meet with what they refer to as the unjustifiably rejected parent, and afterward they will remain in the alienated parent's custody for 90 days and are prohibited from having contact with the other parent or related family members. So here, it is worth noting that even though the judge placed the kids into their father's custody, he would not have unsupervised parenting time with them or have them overnight. Instead, they'd be sent to a different family member's house for that. But with all this, you also have their mother denying that she manipulated the children and telling ProPublica she had to look up what parental alienation even was just so she could wrap her head around what she was being accused of. And adding, "I've watched them create this story about me and it doesn't matter what the truth really is." And this is the kids maintain they haven't been manipulated and that their claims are real. But what we've seen is the judge even going as far as to authorize police to use reasonable force to get them out of their barricaded room, with the kids also apparently so afraid of being taken and placed in their father's custody that they stopped attending school. And Bryn Lee telling ProPublica that the court is controlling her life, that she could be with her friends right now. And Ty has also been documenting much of this on TikTok, saying in one January video,
"The court system isn't trying to save us. Nobody's trying to keep us safe. I am the one that's going to have to choose my own safety, and this is only to stall the police. Nothing's going to stop them. This is just a stall. We are horrified to go to school. We are horrified to leave the house. We are horrified to even leave this room. I am scared if I get sent, I will be killed by my father."
With that tying back to statements he previously made, claiming that his father threatened to kill his mother and sister if he said anything about the abuse. So on the other side of this, you have the father's lawyer claiming that Ty's TikToks are part of a social media campaign as part of their mother's parental alienation efforts. Though also there, you had Dr. David Corwin, a professor and director of pediatric forensic services at the University of Utah, telling ProPublica that the alienation theory is not based on adequate research, but still saying it is often used to sell an alternative explanation for abuse claims in court, and adding, claiming that a child has been programmed or coached by the other parent creates enough uncertainty for a court to believe the easier narrative, that a parent would lie rather than a parent would abuse a child. But ultimately, that's where we are on this developing situation. We're going to keep our eyes on it. But in the meantime, I'd really love to know your thoughts on this absolute mess of a situation. But with that said, thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow, because remember, this week, we have a new daily video every single day.